I'm on my last frosted cobbler. I'm gonna give that shit a
Oh,
break, bro. Yeah, I'm trying out some autos for the first time.
I got some autos too. I'm about to try out from Homegrown Cannabis Co. Shout out Homegrown Cannabis Co. They hooked it up. Uh, Pretty much anytime I need to try some new stuff out, they're willing to help out. So make sure you guys go. If you guys need some seeds, go check them out. Green Goblin 510, GG 510 for a discount code. I know
Yeah,
Dank Dutches and Kyle Cushman and a few other higher profile names have been working with Homegrown Cannabis Co.
good shit. Hell yeah.
I've never run autos before. It would be my first time. I got grapefruit autos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never grown autos. This is the first time. I thought I was doing something wrong, right? Because I had popped these. Well, I was trying to pop. I don't even remember what the fuck straight. Old dip strawberry autos, right? And the
Okay.
flower looks beautiful, right? But I couldn't. I dropped 8. Nothing popped.
Damn.
Nothing popped. Yeah, I think it was a bad fucking. The seeds were fucking bad.
The
Um,
seeds might have got moisture and like transit, and then yeah.
yeah. So I gotta let the homie know about that. But right now I got some Lion Claw autos, some Lion Claw OG autos, and those things are coming along. I'm curious to see like how well they grow. I'm like I said, I've never grown an auto, so this is a whole learning experience for me.
Yeah, like this is exactly what I'm gonna do with my auto. I'm gonna plant it, and it's gonna live in my bedroom until I cut it down.
Yeah, yeah. I don't plan on doing any training for them.
I'm not gonna do a whole lot to it. I'm just gonna plant it and watch it grow.
Yeah,
It's gonna have like a good buildup of soil. Yo, one love on the kick. What up? What up? But
oh shit.
yeah, I'm just gonna let it grow in my bedroom.
Yeah, yeah. That seems like with me. That's how I like to like learn about shit. Is I'll watch it naturally just grow. That was how I grew weed the first time. I didn't train it, just let it grow.
Hmm.
Just to see if how it does and whatnot.
Big pots for your probably at least tens.
Yeah, no, me, I'm staying small. I'm going like 3 gallon to max.
I'm not even gonna transplant or nothing. It's just gonna go right into a 10 or 15 and live its life out.
Yeah, I gotta. Mine are in 1 gallons right now. I gotta drop them into threes. Yeah, yeah.
Yo, underground one. What up? What up? Much love to everybody showing love on Kick. We are trying to hit the 75 followers over there. Get affiliated.
Did I pollinate the frosted cobbler? I haven't. I haven't. Uh, yeah, no, I haven't. They just now like really started to flower out. So
I
I don't
should
know.
send
Give it
it.
like another like 2 weeks. I'll end up dropping some pollen on them. See what happens.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she. Hey, so I started dabbling in making my own sprays for the plants, my own foliar sprays,
Hmm.
and
Foliars are more powerful than people realize.
oh my god, I get what you were saying. I get what you were saying a while back when we were talking about spraying the plants down with the lights on, and how I'm scared because it'll burn the fucking leaves. So I ended up making this like aloe water blend kind of thing, right?
Hmm.
And I put some neem oil in there to. At the time, I wanted to combat the fucking spider mites that I had. So I put a little bit of neem oil in there and I mixed it up, and it was thick as fuck. And I ended up watering it down, and it's becoming more of a daily foliar spray than it is um, like a pest removal kind of thing.
right?
Plants fucking love it. Plants
Yo,
fucking
V
gross.
Seeker. I told even way back in the day, shout out Reefer Merch. This is one of like the first pieces of advice that I've ever given out online. Water, aloe, spray every day. Every day. They absolutely love aloe water.
Oh yeah.
Now, like you can get the freeze dried aloe powder from Build a Soil, and that makes it, easier to, I don't know, more convenient, I guess, to just measure real quick and give to the plants. But it's so easy just to buy a few aloe pups, have them around all the time, and just every day cut off a little piece, like the size of your thumb, throw it in the champion sprayer, and you spray the plants down every day.
Yeah.
And if you leave the aloe in there long enough, it will turn purple.
Oh, what?
So if you notice that your aloe water turns purple, that's from the aloe itself.
Oh. Oh, yeah, mine hasn't turned color. I took a piece off that was like the size of my forearm, and I scraped out all the jelly inside and stuck that in a blender and fucking blended that shit up. And it came out. Ooh, like, they fucking love the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, and that's more than you even need, really. Like, for a 2-gallon sprayer, I take the size of my thumb piece, I chop it up, and I just put it in there. Yeah, it's better to put it in a blender and emulsify it, or but as long as you're breaking the cell walls with your scissors of that aloe, and you like chop it up kind of finely and put it in there, the aloe is gonna leak out into the water.
Oh, you just stick the whole.
I just stick the whole thing in there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't. In my pump sprayer, I'm scared. Last time I put something in my pump sprayer got all fucked off. Hell, it was like the last 3 of them that I had. So on this new one that I have, I just been having water in there. I got these little tiny spray bottles that I've been going around with. And, you know what I'm saying?
They got some nice electric ones that are like regular, spray bottles that you don't have to use the trigger, and it's just like it sprays. Yeah.
Ooh.
Those are quite nice for the smaller ladies, the babies. And then I use Scott's brand plastic sprayer from Home Depot. They're like $20, but they actually last a decent amount of time because they're meant for chemicals, and I don't put chemicals in them.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. What is this? I got
Yo dags,
like one of these HDX big ass pump sprayers.
Yep.
I think those ones like a 2-gallon. Yeah,
mine's pretty much the same one as that, but it's Scott's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Last time I got one of these, it was like a 1 gallon or a gallon and a half, and I put neem oil in there, and I used that to spray the plants down. And it worked. It was convenient, but I was always lazy as fuck, and I never cleaned the damn thing, so it got all fucked off and nasty looking. Always, hey, take care of your equipment, everybody.
Oh, absolutely. That'd make a good foliar spray for sure, D-Jolly. But I would use maybe like an ounce, maybe 2 ounces of that mixture per gallon of spray. D-Jolly made some aloe and molasses and lactic acid bacteria mixture.
Oh, yeah, some fucking molasses, bro. That's one thing I haven't added to my. And I think it was Peljago brought up a good point about feeding sugars to the plants. All right, so we were talking about that in the stream the other day. Just feeding sugars to the plants, and I use when I was growing synthetic, I was using blackstrap molasses. All right, since I've moved to organic, I haven't added any any sugars to the mix. Like I haven't put any blackstrap molasses. I'm kind of still trying to figure it out. You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
that. Welcome in, Dr. Bruceman. We'll answer your question real quick. The reason why people don't like using JWA as an emulsifier to water into their soil is because it is a natural soap and it will it won't kill anything, but it will wash away good bacteria. So if you overuse the JWA, hey, shout out Culture Paint for the sub.
Hey,
If you overuse JWA in the soil, it will inhibit good bacteria in soil life. It won't kill it because a natural soap doesn't kill bacteria. It washes it away. Like if you look on your hand soap in the bathroom, it'll either say antibacterial soap or just soap. If it's antibacterial soap, it will kill bacteria. If it's just regular soap, it's just going to wash away the bacteria. And that's why we like to use like aloe or yucca, another plant extract, to use it in the soil. Exactly. And you don't have to worry if you're spraying and stuff falls on your soil and you water it in. Like, that's not a huge deal. But if you're using JWA every single day as a wetting agent for your soil, you might want to switch it up. And then on the sugars thing, I don't use a whole lot of sugars. And here's why. All of the dry amendments that we use contain sugars. Every plant contains sugars. And what we're using as dry amendments is dried up plants.
Mm-hmm.
So it has some sugar in it. And then a good rule of thumb is when I'm making compost teas, I don't usually use sugar well in flour. Sugar produces bacterial growth, and bacterial growth is great for turning over nitrogen and other things for like vegetative support growth. And then later on, you kind of want to bolster the fungi growth during flowering, because the fungi is what's going to convert all your dry amendments for the phosphorus and potassium that the plant needs while it's budding. And that's why like people in the, natural farming environment thing, they like to concentrate on the bacteria to fungi mass ratio. And each succession of plant likes a different ratio. So if you look at the edge of the forest, you'll see like grasses, then you'll see some bushes, then you see some smaller trees, and you'll see like the oaks and pines and stuff. Those are successions of plants. And each one of those plants wants a different bacteria to fungi ratio. The ones that are closer to the edge of the forest need more bacterial, and ones that are more deep in the forest, the taller oaks and pines and stuff, they want more fungal growth. So if we picture where cannabis would be in that succession line, that would be probably right after the bushes next to the smaller trees, the fruit-producing trees. So they would want more of a 50-50 bacterial fungi ratio. And then like pine trees and oak trees, they want 90% fungi.
Damn. Oh shit! You know that E. Jolly brought up some talking about going to collect some IMOs. And he started getting me thinking about going to get some, because we got the big redwoods out here, and me and Miss, I've been thinking about going on a little day trip, headed out there to the redwoods and collect some IMO.
Do it up. All you need is a small bag. Like, you don't need a ton. And that's why I want to put this out there. I highly, if you guys are going to practice natural farming techniques and you want to go collect IMOs and stuff like that, we want to act like the Native Americans did. if we take something, leave something, don't disturb it too much. Like, be respectful of the earth, because we need, obviously we're going to go out to the forest to help fix our own earth, right? So if we go fuck up the forest, how are we gonna fix shit? So be respectful when you go out there. Only harvest what you need. Don't be out there with 5-gallon buckets and filling up the whole bed of your truck.
Yeah, right.
Go out there and get a little sample of the IMOs and grow it from there.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Introducing something like that to the organics, to the garden, to the earth boxes. That curious to see how the box would transform.
And another one that I think people overlook quite a bit is the Jadam microbial solution. It's much like an IMO, but you get it done in 24 hours and you apply it.
Yeah.
And you get tons of fungal growth from that. If you make a Jadam microbial solution and put it on, I pretty much guarantee over in the next 24 hours, you're going to see white fungi growing on top of your soil.
Oh, hold on. Speaking about fungi growing on top of your soil, so opening up my soil box, right? The box that I keep all my extra soil in, I got this yellow mold.
Okay.
I don't want to say mold, but it kind of looks like mold, like you see on bread, but it's yellow, right? Is that something to be worried about?
No. Now, if it starts being like taken over, then it might be. But a little patch here, a little patch there, not a huge deal. Just like mix it back into the soil and just keep rocking. And same with green. Green is trichoderma. Trichoderma is useful to have in your soil, but it's not useful when it's too much. Just like anything in this world, too much of anything's bad. It could be some of the best stuff in the world for you, but too much water is bad.
Oh yeah.
Like I've told the story before. There's a girl around here that entered into a radio contest for Nintendo Wii. Obviously, this was a while back. And the contest was to drink a gallon of water in 15 minutes. So pretty much slam a gallon of water.
Holy shit.
And she did it. She won, but she also went to the hospital and died because you can't drink that much water. It displaces all the salt in your body and it makes you actually more dehydrated because the natural systems in your body can't get the water into your body because there's too much.
Yeah. That's why they say, like, when you get like a heat related illness or you start having like a heat stroke or something, it's better to sip on water than it is to chug it.
Yeah, exactly, pal. Osmosis. Yo, Druzilla. No, Dr. Bruceman, I don't make a specific protozoa tea. Hopefully in all of your teas, there'll be decent protozoa in there from having good compost supply. And then obviously when you use that compost to make compost tea, there's going to be protozoa, nematodes, all sorts of good soil life in there.
So with my with the earth box that I threw inside the tent, I ended up planting 4 different plants in that box. I wasn't expecting to grow them hella. Like they're not there to grow big. But I planted them inside this earth box, and when I did, I made a line of nutrients. Right? I dug a little trench inside, maybe 7-8 inches away from the plants, and I fucking filled it up with a whole bunch of nutrients, and buried it, watered it in, and I think just recently, within the last day or so, they just hit that whole nutrient patch, and these things skyrocketed in size, bro. Like overnight. I looked at yesterday. We went and looked in the garden, and it was, they were big. But I looked in there today, and these things are like fucking like ginormous now. Holy shit! I'm doing it all wrong. Maybe I'm not adding enough nutrients to these boxes.
And I don't know. And see, that's where it's hard to tell if that's what happened.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, even from clone, it takes about 2 weeks for a plant to set its roots, like really set its roots. Whether that's in a cocoa, a rock wool, or a living soil, it takes a couple of weeks for that plant to really set all the way in.
Yeah.
And once it's, set all the way in and the roots have expanded all the way through the container that it is in, then it will blow up. Because most of the plant's energy in the beginning of its life, whether it's a seed or a clone, is going to go directly to root development. That's why for the first 4 weeks, and when you plant a seed and that fucker's like this big still, you're like, what's going on? It's because it's growing tons of roots.
Yep. That's what's going on underneath the soil that you don't see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these things, they've been
Yo, Dubs over here on Kick. What up, what up?
Hey, they were in 1 gallons, and then I dropped them into the earth boxes. What, about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, something like that. And back then they were small, bro. They had space in between each other. Now they're like pushing each other out of the way. Like, no, this is my light. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm gonna have to do a little pruning on them just to make them comfortable again.
Hell yeah. And that's
It's all right.
That's why even when like the people do bonsais, they have to take the bonsai tree out and cut the roots so that the bonsai will keep growing up, because they're trying to grow in the tiniest little container. And you can do that with a cannabis plant too. You can bonsai it, but that's a lot of work, and there is no real advantage other than it looks cool.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I watched this lady. I followed her Instagram, and she did that. She bonsaied a cannabis plant, and she was, she just had it under veg lighting, real low lighting. And this thing, like, she'd pull the thing out, she'd rinse the roots off, she'd cut them up, she'd drop it in, and replace the roots and bend the fucking the plant down. She made this like swirly, like weed plant, and then she flipped it to flower, and it had this beautiful ass flower on it. Just one. It was right at the top, and then after that, I haven't seen her bonsai anything anymore.
that's because she probably was like, I did it once, it looked really cool, I ain't doing it again.
Yeah, fuck that.
Because it's not like a tree that's going to live for 100 years. That's why people do it to bonsai trees, because a tree can live for essentially forever if you take care of it.
Yeah.
But a cannabis plant, it's an annual plant. It dies every year.
Yeah.
So no matter how hard you try, you're only going to be able to keep that around for a little bit.
Yep. Power's gonna go out. You're gonna forget to switch the lights. Something's gonna happen. Things gonna start flowering. You're fucked. Yeah.
Right, Drusilla? Good luck bonsaiing roots out of a 5-gallon bucket.
Good God. I've seen some pretty dope bonsais though. Like the way these dudes can take a plant and fucking manipulate it and make these like little miniature forests out of these essentially trees.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's amazing. Blows my fucking mind.
I don't know if you're in Michigan, Dr. Bruceman, but August 12th, there's going to be a event behind the grassy knoll dispensary. I'll be there. There's a lot of different events that happen in Michigan. I try to get to a few of them at least every year.
Hell yeah.
We just had the Grill and Chill. Shout out Trey. It was a dope event for sure.
Jump.
That was fun. I was there. We tried streaming a little bit of it, but you know, signal out in the woods ain't the greatest.
Damn technology. Shit.
Hell yeah, Dr. Bruceman. Yeah, definitely keep your ear out. I'll be advertising all the events I'm going to show up to and chat on my Insta, in my Discord. Honestly, Discord's probably the best way to stay in contact with me at all times.
Yeah.
Discord's where it's at.
Yep. Yep.
Man,
Yeah, so
charge
hey,
them.
fucking poor D Jolly, man. He lost his whole crop, all but 2 plants because of heat. I remember, you know, back in the day, it was hot, but it wasn't hot. Not like that.
Yeah. Thank you, B.
Yes, sir. Shit.
Yeah, like heat is crazy, and if people haven't followed this other creator I know already, please go follow Matt Powers on YouTube. He is an extreme wealth of knowledge when it comes to living soils, growing with nature, and growing in heat and in dry locations and all kinds of stuff. But essentially, if you can build up a good enough mulch layer, you can grow in 120, 130 degree weather. But you really, really, really need to build up that mulch layer.
Now, when you put down like a mulch layer, how thick of a mulch layer are you putting down? It's like 3-4 inches.
Outside, yeah.
Okay.
Like inside of a pot, like you're only an inch, like a quarter. We're mostly using it to keep moisture in our pots inside.
Yeah.
Outside, we're still using it to keep moisture in the ground, but we're also trying to protect it from UV of the sun. Because the sun isn't getting less powerful.
No, not anytime soon, guys.
Yeah, it's getting a little more powerful because unfortunately we keep fucking up the environment and our ozone layer is getting smaller and smaller. So, oh, absolutely, D. Jolly. Shredded cardboard, wood chips, straw.
Hell yeah.
Now you might have to replace that mulch layer a little sooner with cardboard because that cardboard break down a little quicker. But
shit, you could get a bale of hay. You know, like one of those small ones. I think you could get those things at like Home Depot. They're like fucking $5 or something, $4 for a little tiny bale of hay.
Go to Tractor Supply if you have one. Go to Tractor Supply. At least the Tractor Supply I have here, you can get full bales of hay for like $10. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like they're like 50 pounds.
Holy shit. Oh yeah, no, these things that I'm talking about, they're like 1 pound, 2 pounds.
Yeah, that's like little decoration shit.
Yeah, like you get them for like, you know, Thanksgiving and Halloween. Yeah.
All right, pal.
Oh.
I feel that. I'm not great at the English either. I'm more on the science math side.
Yeah.
Fun fact, they actually made me go to a special reading class when I was in elementary.
Is that for real?
Yeah. That's because I didn't want to do the book reports.
I feel it, bro. I was the same way.
And then they in the reading class, they're like, "You can read just fine. Why wouldn't you?" I was like, "I just didn't want to do them."
Yeah.
Like,
Who wants to do book reports? God damn. I should have though. I should have. God damn it. I should have just
Mhm.
kick myself in the ass every day, man.
Say what? You had a break-in last night, D Jolly.
P Jolly, I'm about to move to your neighborhood. You got the most exciting neighborhood ever. Damn. In your house? That's crazy.
Right, Underground? I think I'm a little dyslexic too.
Oh shit, I think we all are. Little gecko showed up? Oh.
Oh shit, I thought you had like a real intruder up in there.
Right? I did too. It's like, oh shit. Hey, I had a fucking intruder, bro. Um, that reminds me. So I had pincher bugs. Remember, I
Hmm.
told y'all a while back I had a pincher bug that ate my fucking stock. He came back. Came back, or he told his fucking family about it, and they fucking came over and they started eating up all my stocks. Oh, just on the little babies too. I don't know where they came from, but I opened up the box and the fucking plant's all like leaning over, and I'm like, the fan's not on. Like it's not that high. Right? And there's shit. I move it around and you see the little pincher bug come out. I'll go crawling across the soil. Ah, you bastard. Them little motherfuckers. You know, I never thought that they would be a problem. But I'm learning that pincher bugs will fuck your shit up.
They will. The pincher bugs. And then Japanese beetles. They'll fuck shit
Oh,
up too.
oh, that's scary because we got those out here too. Oh shit.
Yeah, they're not the
I'll fix
greatest.
that.
The pinchers aren't the greatest. Unless it's like a praying mantis. The praying mantis will protect your plants, but the other pincher bugs will probably fuck them up.
Yeah, yeah. Stay away from them. Stay away from damn things. Oh my god. And you know, it's not like I even introduced them to the garden. They just found their way in. I was like, well, you know, pest control in a garage is a bit of a hassle. Not gonna lie.
And
A lot of assassin bugs.
partly is because we're so clean. And it sounds weird, but because the house in a garage is more clean than outdoors, it has tons of food for bugs and no natural defenses. Like outdoors, the rain, the sun is a natural defense. Like that's why a lot of the bugs hang out underneath the leaf because the sun's too intense. That's why a lot of the bugs will stay close to the stem because they're shaded and it's cooler. Like
Smart.
they're smart. So when there's a ton of food around in a very clean environment, a bad bacteria or a bad pest or a bad whatever can more easily, uh, be attracted to and attack your shit because it's like, hey, I'm wide open. There's nothing here. It's like
I don't have to worry about
leaving a briefcase of $20K out in the middle of Walmart parking lot and just sitting there.
it. You think you can make it back to the car to watch that briefcase disappear. But really, as soon as you walked away, that shit was gone.
Yo, Odin.
Okay, well,
Rosemary and peppermint's good for a foiler. Yeah. Question for drying. My dehumidifier is putting off heat when it dries, and it does indeed.
I don't really use dehumidifier.
The best way to remedy that situation is if you're drying in a tent, have the dehumidifier and or AC unit outside of the tent and pump in the aka cool air or suck in the dry air from the dehumidifier with a small fan.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've never used one.
It's kind of like
Uh,
creating a tiny uh, breathing room.
I always thought that was like one of the things on the list that you had to have when you wanted to like grow indoors. But
You absolutely do have to have it when you're not in California.
yeah, yeah. Learning, I'm like, well, I got room humidity right now of like 46%. So it could be better. Could be better. I'm looking at more towards getting like making one of those humidifiers like Goblin's got them, those industrial sized
Mhm.
ones.
And that's the thing, like, depending on where you are, over where I'm at in Michigan, I need a humidifier in the winter and a dehumidifier in the summer.
Damn. What's your average humidity up there? Like on a warm day?
Uh, Anywhere from 60 to 80%.
Oh my god.
Well, you
I
got
mean,
the
it's not like
sun beating down on the lake, which causes evaporation. So when you live close to a body of water, it's going to be a higher humidity.
yeah. Well, I mean, like I'm like right here on the bay. Like I could throw a rock and I'm gonna hit the water. But I don't. It just doesn't get hot over here like that.
Salt water doesn't evaporate as easy either.
Oh, hey, that's. I guess that would add to it as well. Yeah, it usually stays like 46. I think the lowest it'll get is like in the 20s somewhere. But I hear it's pretty consistent. I've never had use for a dehumidifier. It's the humidifier that I've really been like looking at spending some money on.
That I would definitely build one of those that I built. It's like $200 or less. Like the
Yeah,
most expensive part is the six head fog unit. That's like
yeah.
$120. And then, you got to buy a fan and a container to put it in and a distribution stack pipe. And,
Yeah.
so it's like another $30, $40. So like under $200, you can build a humidifier that it'll literally turn on for like 4 minutes and it will humidify your entire garage.
Oh shit, Miss BB out here like, are we in Florida?
Yo, la la bee.
If I were
Hey.
2 feet away from you, I'd poke you haball.
She created the goblin dance pretty much at the grilling show, poking me in the side.
What? That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
How you doing this morning, Lala?
Yeah, bro. Me and Miss B, we gotta find our way out there. We're gonna stop, pick up Misa and Craze on the way.
Hell
And
yeah.
we're headed out there.
Kidnap craze.
Hell yeah. Craze is like, I got work. I'm gonna be like, not today, motherfucker. Hey.
But yeah, I be harvesting stank fruit.
Yeah.
I got a couple of those cut down already.
No,
Yeah.
did you fucking plant those? Those were already growing the last time you harvested, right? And you just flipped the flower?
And after I cut these down, in a month I'll be cutting another batch down.
God, bro, I should have listened to you. Oh,
Yeah.
man, I'm so far behind.
Because you like when you get that really really great harvest and you're like, oh my god, I got all this smoke around, you feel like, oh, I'm good, like, but that's not the case. It's not the case. Start immediately. Your whole goal should be, I have a quarter pound of weed left when I'm harvesting.
Yeah, yeah. I just can't believe
Especially,
I blew through fucking 2 pounds in a month.
oh yeah,
Fuck.
I slept good. Quarter pound with cheese. But yeah, you definitely want to have some leftover from your previous harvest
Yeah.
when you're harvesting
So
your next.
so I took notes, and I'm actually getting ready to drop some new seeds. I don't know what I'm gonna drop yet, but I'm getting ready.
And this is why people go, "Hey, it seems like you've had stank fruit forever, or you had black cherry cheesecake forever." Yeah, and you know why? That's because I consistently pull pounds all the time, because that's how I smoke.
Yep.
And yeah, I might have the same strain for a bit, but I'll have 3 or 4 of those different strains and a decent amount of that for a bit, and it alternates, and I never run out, and that's because I clone. When I plant seeds to find a new mother. I never plant seeds as a thing to go, this is my harvest.
Yeah.
I don't even count seeded plants as my end goal harvest stuff. Like, that's not even in my calculations. That's not even weed, that's mine.
Yeah. I'm always
I don't,
smoking hella weed.
like, when I plant new seeds, I count on getting 0 weed from it. Because I don't know if I'm going to get a good amount of weed from it, a quality amount. Like, is it
Okay,
even
now.
smokable? Like, do I even like this shit? Because when you're planting a seed, even from a reputable breeder, you're still taking a chance because not everybody likes the same thing. There's some stuff at work that smells completely like a moldy basement, and people love it.
Mm.
And some people hate it. Exactly.
Fucking
So
weird ass terms there.
growing from seed is great when you're trying to find something brand new. But you have to view it as an experiment. You have to view it as, I'm looking for new shit. Because you may get something, you may not get something. Hopefully you do. And that's why you buy from reputable breeders, because it increases the chance of you getting something you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Going through that pheno hunt when I dropped all those fucking frosted cobblers. I knew I was gonna lose some of them to being male, and you always got that in the back of your mind because I don't grow femmes. I got nothing against them. I just don't do it. I prefer to grow regs. Um, and so you always end up losing, X amount to males, and then my females had, different terps that came out of them. One of them was real fruity, like not like a peach, but it was like it was sweet like that. I had another one that came out like real lemony. You can never, at least how I'm growing, I'm never gonna get the same result out of 2 different seeds.
Yeah, no. And that's why, like, even the stank fruit, the black cherry, all the strains I have, they originally came from seed. But I went through them. I chose the best one out of all of the seeds, and I kept that one and kept cloning it. So now the stank fruit I have is from the stank fruit that we found was the best from the seed, and I cloned that 8 times, and now I have 8 exactly the same growing in my same soil, and I can predict results much better that way. So then I can go, oh, I can count on stank fruit giving me around this much on this date.
Hmm. Yeah,
Now,
I haven't gotten into like scheduling like that, like trying to figuring out how long they're flowering for. I haven't. I'm gonna be honest. That was the first frosted cobbler that we had grown. at all. So, and I took notes. I think it was flowering for, fuck, was it 74 days? 64 days, but I count when I flip the lights to flower, or when I flip the lights to 12/12. All right, there's some people that don't count flower until the flower starts coming out. Me, I've always counted from the light flip.
Yeah, I count from the light flip, but technically, that is called pre-flower. When you right from when you flip the light to when you actually see pistils coming out is called pre-flower, and that's usually takes around 1.5 to 2 weeks after you
Oh,
flip.
oh, so I was
But
like, fuck, I don't
a
know.
lot, like all the breeders, when they say it takes around this time on their seeds,
Mhm.
they're counting from when the light flip.
Damn, really? I, holy shit. 'Cause I've seen some dudes that are like, it's got a dead ass 60-day flower period. That's it. And after that 60th day, you're done. But if that's quick to me, that seems really fast.
Yeah, blue grape. I literally can take down in 60 days.
Damn, really? Holy
Mhm.
shit.
And
I've had,
people think getting fast turnaround, the only way to do that is grow autos. That's no.
there's some strains that flower fast. I've
There's
never been
strains
privy
that
to.
flower fast. Not only that, the only time that you're saving by growing an auto is the 2 weeks it takes for a seedling to take off. All right. So if you're already using clones, you skip that 2 weeks to begin with already. So if you're using clones, you're already on the fastest route that you could possibly be on. So if I have a clone, and a clone, especially a blue grape, I can literally have that take a clone of blue grape. As soon as it's rooted, put it in a 5-gallon bucket, wait just 1 week to let the roots grow out in that 5-gallon bucket, flip it, and harvest it in 60 days. So you can flip plants very, very quickly, but not all plants can do that, and not all
Yeah.
flavors. Hey, shout out for the follow, Zumi.
Yeah, I've had some that have flowered out fucking, on average, what you can flower out, around 60 days. I've had some plants that have flowered, gone a whole fucking 4 months. Long ass flower period. Like you get to that second month and you're like, all right, cool, it's done. No, it's still going, still going,
Mhm.
still going. I've almost harvested in December one time. And that thing, I was like, all right, fuck it, dude. I'm not letting this plant grow anymore. I'm chopping it down now. And you go and look at it a couple days later and it's fucking done. And we're already in December. Like, damn, bro, that's a long ass flowering plant.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. You can have anywhere from 8 weeks to 21 weeks, depending on the strain. There are some that will go 21, 24 weeks flowering. And this is why people go. Something we can address right now. As a new user to cannabis, people read that the highest THC content is in a sativa plant. And they always want to go after the highest percentage when they go shopping in a dispo, especially new users, because they don't know much yet.
It's that placebo.
Yeah. And the thing is yes, this is true scientifically. The highest percentage THC plant that's out there is a full sativa plant. But that full sativa plant is going to take 24 weeks to flower. So you're not going to find a lot of sativas like that in a dispo or for sale because it takes too long for it to turn over and the profit's not there. They would have to charge you, instead of 50 for an eighth, they'll have to that's the $120 an eighth kind of smoke right there because of the time it takes to grow it.
Huh.
Like we got, like it's kind of crazy. We got people that come in that want like $55 ounces of like good ass bud. Like, and like it just doesn't, that doesn't really happen unless, are you coming to buy 5 pounds? And you can't come buy 5 pounds because the regulation says you can only buy 2.5 ounces. So you can't get that bulk deal. Like, I tried to explain it to the person the other day. Even at Walmart, all right, you go and you can get the regular size bag of Doritos for $4 to $6, depending where you live. And you get X amount of Doritos. Or you can get the family bag of Doritos for a few dollars more, and you get like way more Doritos. That's because you bought more.
Yeah.
Like, you get the deal because you bought more.
Yeah.
Not because of anything else. Like, you can't be like, well, I want the family bag size price for 5 Doritos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know? So, a lot of, at least a lot of new people that come into it don't quite realize that you might want to look for something that's not full, you know, crazy ass THC, because more often than not, I've had people that come in and say, hey, I tried this and my head was spinning and I didn't feel good. This, that. I'm like, that's because you got too high. Like,
Ooh.
you went for the strongest stuff ever. This is your first go around and you smoked a ton of it. I don't, like, yeah, it's a thing, D Jolly. Especially for people that never smoked. Like, we're talking about brand new users.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have that balance. Gotta have it. Yeah, I've gone for like the highest THC number, and yeah, I mean, I've gotten high off it, but it's not, I was expecting like you hit this shit and, what I'm saying? Like, you can't fucking, you're done. That's it. You smoke this blunt, you're out. Really, I've smoked that blunt and been like, all right, well, let's smoke another one. Let's pull something up. Did we even smoke?
Yeah, but like I said, it's entirely different for people like us that smoking since they're 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
Up until, we're, in our, older years. Yeah, we can smoke the highest percentage, whatever, and it's not going to do that. 100%.
Yeah.
But just like any drug out there, you take too much, you're gonna not feel well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
I feel like I could smoke all day. I'm sure you feel the same way. You could also eat edibles all day. Me, I cannot.
yeah.
If I were to fucking step into Goblin's realm of edibles, bro, I would literally be like a puddle on the floor. I don't do edibles very well. Some people do, some people don't. Everybody's body like reacts different to, different amounts and different ways of intaking it and all that.
Like, I had to advise a customer that came in. I'm like, well, okay, if that's happening, maybe we should go for like kind of the middle of the road stuff, because like you don't need all that kind of THC. And they're like, that kind of makes sense. Like, maybe you don't need to buy the most expensive stuff and the bestest stuff. Like, there's a reason that there's tiers.
Yeah.
Just like I'm all butthurt about edibles only being 10 milligrams, but 10 milligrams to a non-user is knocking them the fuck out. Like,
yeah. I mean, even for me though, like 10 milligrams, I'm sitting here like, oh, bro, I could eat a fistful of those. Really,
but then
honestly, I think I'd get you like 4 and I'd be done.
And that, honestly, that happens, and customers that come in and, oh, I ate 3 of these and it was way too much. I'm like, well, then don't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, eat 1. Like, that's why it says serving size 1.
Yeah.
Like, And that's another thing I've told so many people: don't try to keep up with your friend or your partner or this that, like that's not what it's about. They might need to use a different amount and different type than you entirely because we are all different people. Like our body chemistry is different, our mentals are different.
Yeah.
You can't do sweeping shit and be like, oh, this works for everybody. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Missy Bumbles with the rate of 15. Let's go.
Hey. Hell yeah. Yo, if I'm not mistaken, Missy Bumbles has got a giveaway, right? Am I
I
allowed to
believe
say
so.
that?
No, I believe so. What is it, the 5th?
Yeah, the 5th of August. I'm off. 5th of October. Oh, yeah, 5th of August. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh shit, that's next weekend. Holy
Coming
that's
up.
quick. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, underground one. Yeah, on a normal day, I have like probably 1,000 milligrams of edible.
Damn.
But that's
God
what you
damn.
get up and you make breakfast and it's medicated. And then you eat a couple of gummies. And then later on, you come home, you eat some more medicated toast. And then, like, when everything's a little bit medicated, it adds up.
Yeah. That's not like you're new fucking, you're new to the whole edible game. 1,000 milligrams is a lot for anybody that's new to the edible game.
That's like a gram of rosin activated and eaten every day.
Damn. Damn.
Because that's how the math works out. If you let's say you have bud that tests at 20% and you have 1 gram of that means there's 200 milligrams of THC in that 1 gram of bud. And that's why we do the testing.
Okay.
That's also why, like, most everything in the scientific world, we don't use imperial measurements. Like a milligram is not an imperial measurement. That's not like an inch or a foot. Because it's way easier to do it on a 10 scale. Centimeter, decimeter, millimeter, milligram,
Yeah.
microgram, kilogram. There's even picograms. But
Pico. Holy shit, bro. Can you imagine, somebody hitting you up? Hey, bro, I need a picogram. You got one of those?
I mean, that's what, like, other things out there in the world, like psilocybin or acid, they're measured in micrograms. That little U and then
Yeah.
an M, yeah, that's a microgram.
Shit. What, I don't know if any of y'all, when the last time any of y'all took a drug test was, but I took a drug test a while back and they go by like the nanogram count, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nanogram count of THC in your blood or your whatever the sample was, whatever it was. We always, when I was on a job site, we always got mouth swabs, right? Mouth swab tests, those things, bro. You wash your mouth. I smoked on the way to a drug test.
Mm-hmm.
And I fucking washed my mouth out with
Hey,
like
shout out for the
alcohol,
follow,
whatever the fuck
J3.
it was. And I walked in there and fucking took a drug test. And we were all good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mouth swabs are like, yo, I like science. Hell yeah. But yeah, that's why like a lot of the mouth saliva tests are like, they're not that accurate. It's pretty much going to be able to tell if you just smoked and didn't brush your teeth. Like, if you're actively like massive user, basically.
Yeah. If you're trying to fail,
Hmm.
you will fail.